Hello everybody, welcome to a little monthly video that I normally do, like a progression based video. This one's got some notes which I'll probably put in the description if you do want to like read along, and I may do time codes. It depends, like, if this video is short then there's not really any point to actually doing any kind of time codes. But if anybody wants to know like what I'm talking about, then I may indeed do that. So this video is a monthly progression based video and I have had an amazing June. So just kind of just let you know, I'm in a good mood and a good place for a second month with the game. I'm taking this month by month of how I feel about MCOC and how it's, whether or not it's like enjoyable still, because you have to bear in mind, I've been recording content on this channel about Marvel Contest of Champions for 5 years, and I will be, I've played this game for over 6 years. It will be 7 years in January of 2022, which is actually a long time. It's on par with the amount of time I played World of Tanks, because initially this channel started out as a World of Tanks YouTube channel. But in any case, as I said, I'm positively vibing with the game. I've got lots of plans, lots of content I'm still yet to make, but a very stressful time is yet to be had, especially with the impact of Marvel Future Revolution on this channel and how much I'm going to be covering that, and also keeping up to date with MCOC. New business opportunities, wedding planning, honeymoon. There's also a lot of stuff as well going on. But I just want to say I'm in a good place with the game for a second month in a row, which is weird. Apart from a lot of the stuff that maybe, you know, question Kabam on, compensation not being on par with how we maybe think, and other stuff as well, dropped inputs, functionality of the game. But apart from that, I'm not burnt out, which is good. I'm not on the verge of quitting, which is good. That's something. Again, a monthly basis, got to be kind of like, you got to look after your mental health and stuff. So far, so good. And the thing to really say is like the Grandmaster Gauntlet, and that's where I'm going to start, changed my roster. It really did. Especially that 10 6-star crystal opening. If you were about for that live stream, you would have vibed and you would have seen some amazing stuff being pulled. So appreciate everybody that came by to that stream to support. Shame not everybody could turn up, but you know, that's just YouTube not recommending stuff to you, which would have been nice because I pulled a Dr. Doom. And then as well, if you've seen the Grandmaster Crystal opening at the start of this week, you'll know Double Doom. I am indeed loving life with my 175 signature Dr. Doom, and I'm going to be working in order to kind of like ramp that bad boy up to 200 on the next 2-3 weeks, whenever I'm able to get 6-star signature stones for it. But it has been a big boost for me to have that Grandmaster Gauntlet done and smashed out, because it's an extra bit of content I had in the back of my mind gone out the way, so I can focus on some new stuff and content, and I'll kind of let you know what I'm doing and the pace in which I'm doing it, which, you know, isn't super fast, but it's as much as I'm personally enjoying. And I think the same thing with any other player, right? And this is the main thing I just want to like say to you, is that enjoy the game at your pace and at your level. If you see other people just kind of going like, oh, they smashed up this 100% this, like, well, good for them, but you know, you may have other interests, you may have other stuff to do, and you may have work, school, and such like. So just, this is the thing about enjoying games. Like, that's the reason we play these games, is to enjoy it on our own terms. But yeah, anyway, back to the positive vibes, and positive vibes are rank 3, my 6-star Apocalypse. So happy about doing that, and I'm really growing now a strong 6-star roster, which hopefully will grow and grow and grow. And by the time I look to do some of the older content, it's like, you know, right there, I'm ready to go. I'm at a point of like adding more to this. 6-star champions are now my focus point, so I'm thinking a lot about rank 2ing a lot of them. And that will come. I've got a lot of contenders for rank 2. I've already started rank 2ing a fair amount of champions, but there's still a whole host of ones that I want to be working on down the line. I've got a generic and I've got a mutant rank 2 gem, and I'm actually planning on using my rank 2 gem on, well, the generic. I don't know where to start because there's so many, but I think I might go either with Magneto, which is Awakened. I might even go for the arena coming very soon and kind of like hold off and you do it on Colossus and start like again like a rank 3 push with that one at a later date. But then I've got so many other contenders. I could do Symbiote Supreme as a 6-star rank 3 down the line, possibly. I've got Black Widow Clairvoyant as well to do. I've got Falcon, but a lot of the times you have to make the decision. If I've got 565 that's more powerful than the rank 2 6-star, then it's kind of like, why would I do that? Is there any kind of great need for it? Unless I had strategic nature for it, which for me, strategic nature is to increase my prestige, which is one of the sideline targets that I've got. I I believe I added 1,000 or close to 1,000. I wouldn't say it was 1,000 prestige by doing some decisions quite recently on kind of bumping stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And the ones that I've got at the moment, I'm gonna have to look at Aunt May and some other kind of things to go like, okay, is this a good decision to rank up? Why am I ranking this up? Is it prestige-based nature? Am I trying to create something of a strong prestige-based profile? Those, again, strategic-based things that I need to consider based on, like, you know, why am I using this Awakened Champion? Is there a specific reason I'm doing it on this Awakened Champion? Those kind of reasons right there. Yeah, the point of recording this video, I've got 3 options, nearly 4 more options to kind of put a rank 3 6-star my way, and I'm kind of, I'm thinking quite importantly about these decisions, because, you know, it's a big decision rank 3 a 6-star, because at the end of the day you have to make that choice. Am I doing this for prestige based means, when you get to like Thronebreaker and above, or not above, but kind of like you get to a point where you're making these decisions as opposed to like rank 565ing 5 stars. So that's kind of like where I'm at the moment. So one of the things that I need to kind of like think about is content. What's next for me when it comes to like grinding out content? This month has been about doing Grandmaster Gauntlet, and you know, I wasted a lot of time based on a mistake. If you don't know, I went right instead of up. I've talked about this story many times. It's probably going to be the last time I need to talk about it. I talked about it in the podcast where I made the wrong decision. I chose the wrong path. I earmarked some time, and I got annoyed that the time that I kind of wasted doing it, where I had I kind of ended up like doing like a 1 to 2 hour grind in doing Grandmaster Gauntlet. I kind of do a little bit, then stop, break for a little while, and then, you know, made that mistake. Ultimately went to Nameless Thanos and got myself like just in such a tizzy with it. In any case, went back in, you know, invested I think about 3 hours in doing that. So it's like 5 hours total kind of like grind time based on the earlier mistake, and as well, you know, I take my time with these things. My device hots up. I am looking to replace that. But at the end of the day, there's some good stuff being smashed up this month. I've done a lot of side event grind and also a lot of like extra grind elsewhere with stuff, and as well content preparation. So it's been nice to kind of like do that. But I need to get pretty active with what my next plans are for stuff that I've got outstanding. And a lot of the stuff that I've got outstanding is something more easier for me to do, which is doing Act 7.2. I need to get back on and do this, which I'm going to be doing. I'm looking forward to getting back to that 7.2. And my plan over the next week, so next week this video, I'm going to grind out units over the weekend, so at least I've got stuff, energy refills, mistakes, or whatever, that all through next week I'm going to be trying to 100% 7.2.3, 7.2.4, and 7.2.5. Those 3 bits of quests, but the time frame I'll do it is over the space of 2 hour live streams every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thursday is the Warzone stream. I may even do 2 days because I'm actually really enjoying playing Warzone with the lads. But in any case, that's my kind of plans for that. That'll be done on Twitch. And then next month, probably end July, I'm going to try and 100% Act 7.2, so doing the 7.2.6. I'm just not quite sure what is going to be dropping next month, whether or not Kabam, especially with Summer of Pain, are going to drop some extra bit of content like the Grandmaster Gauntlet, you know. So I don't know. And we've got Summoner Showdown, we've got Summer of Pain, we've got side events which could be very grindy. We just don't know. I mean, this month's been pretty grindy, and the new event. So it's like there's stuff you've really got to balance your time frames, especially if you're. And also, as I said, the impact of Marvel Future Revolution, which could drop towards the end of this month or starting next month. It's really hard to tell at this point. And I think it's the 29th of June where there's a big reveal on that one. And as I said, I'm going to be covering on this channel. It's going to be 2 games on this channel. Marvel Contest of Champions, Marvel Future Revolution. 2 games I will cover on this channel on that particular subject. It makes just perfect sense for me to be covering both games on this. So do prepare for that. And hopefully the game is a solid and we're all playing it in the future. But you never know. It could turn out like Marvel Realm. And that... So one thing I have been putting off because of, again, time. There's things that I want to achieve, and I just feel this is a bit of a, well, sort of a time vacuum to a degree. I kind of feel like for me this is something that I'll do like themed streams and just kind of stream it, turning it into a video, and then kind of like pumping out on the channel. And that is Carinas Challenges. There's some that are relatively easy, and I know people go, "Ah, it's not a time vacuum, it's easy time. It's easy to do that." And it's like, yeah, I agree, but it's still like time taken away from stuff that you may want to achieve elsewhere. And that's the same for me. Like, there's stuff that I want to achieve, and I feel like, say, I don't know, an hour's stream on doing like a particular thing of here. It's taken away from stuff that I want to personally get done, which I kind of feel like I'd love to get that done first. Carinas Challenges are stuff like they're just there. They're not going away anytime soon. And again, we'll have to see like how these volume 2s come in and when they'll come in, because like, will it be in the next few months? We'll have to really find out. In any case, I'll get onto them whenever I get onto them. They're not high priority. I think for me as well, this all goes down to scheduling. Scheduling is a very important thing. As I've said, like the things that we've got kind of going on is at the weekends, I've put off a lot of work that I'm meant to be doing. The Discord has got to be worked on. I've got to write a lot of guides and prepare a lot of stuff, but that's, you know, life happens. Like, look, wedding planning, honeymoon stuff, and I wish I've got to prepare 20 additional videos plus my normal 2 video a day kind of structure and sponsorship work that I've still got outstanding, new business stuff, and recording extra content. I've got a lot on my plate on the next 2 months, so I'm trying to be very careful about time allocated in certain ways. I have to make sure that every time I'm either not recording, that time is well spent. So it's like it's always a bit of a thing. And I've got grind guides which I'll probably be putting out during the honeymoon period, like how most efficient way to get boosts, whether or not that's kind of like boosts like this, like attack boosts and such like, and like other guides, like new player guides. I do want to return back to a lot of things like Act 5 guides, Act 6 guides and stuff like that, but it's just finding the time. So I'm trying the best I can to work stuff in and around a very busy and hectic schedule. So yeah, without trying to kind of like work too many hours and getting like a good night's sleep. It's kind of like, and stream as well. So there's a lot of stuff to balance into to this. But I've always been a person that likes to like keep working hard as much as possible. So yeah, just kind of getting a good balance, which I think is relatively important. But I've got to be real about what I want to achieve as well in MCOC. God help me if I pick up another couple of games, because that's going to really, except for Gemstone Legends, go and check that game out. That's a pretty cool game. Okay, so I want to get Act 6 done, but I've got to be realistic about when I'm actually going to find time for it. I want to get it done before Act 7.3 is dropped, but again, I've got to be real about the realistic time narrative. Act 6.3 was a massive time suck, and I just kind of feel that needs to be still addressed. I do feel like when I go back to do some of this, it's going to be a little bit easier. There's still Act 6.2 that I need to do, and there's not much left to do with that, and that should be kind of like fine and smashed out. But I think when it comes to Act 6.4, again, this is something I need to kind of like work on time vacuum and preparing the right champions. If I've got a rank 3 6-star Magneto, which is realistically possible going into this, it's a pretty good option to take on a bit of content, and there's a lot of cheesy options that you can now take against some of these different bosses that when I did the first clear back a long time ago, it just wasn't there. That's why I've opted to do Act 7 over Act 6.4, because I just feel like the new narrative is just grind. And the best thing about this, when I go back to do some of this old content, I'm using a lot more champions, which means that if I produce guides for this, it becomes a little bit more expansive. I have written an Act 6.3 guide, but I also need to add an extra counters to these various fights, and also the idea of like whether or not some of these boosts are viable. So it's written, it's just not produced very well, and I need to kind of like go revisit that and do that again. But I will do a write-up for it. In any case, the only other content that I've got to do apart from the Act 7 stuff, the Act 6 and the Carinas Challenges, is going to be Abyss of Legends. Now, the more and the longer that I leave this, the more that I am interested and willing to wait for rank 3 6-star to take on Abyss of Legends, because it just feels like, well, I might be able to do a bit more damage. Maybe that should be more of a viable thing down the line. Either way, it's like I'm putting it on the back burner for a little while until there's something that kind of like I get any interest with. I do want to see what happens with July 4th or the July weekend deals, because it's going to be a big thing. Like I could get an awakening gem for a skill champion, and then I'll go, okay, well, I'll use it on my 6-star Aegon, and then I might take that champion through that content. Yes, I've got counters at the moment to take on a lot of the content. I've got myself my Apocalypse at rank 3. I've got Ghost. I've got Doom. You know, I've got a plethora of 6-stars, but you know, can't help but have like, okay, that's an option, isn't it? There's an egg on there. Might as well just put them up. Either way, yeah, just gonna let you know that's where I'm up to. That's the content I'm currently to do. I've done. And how I'm generally feeling about MCOC. There's a lot of stuff that's like needs to be addressed by Kabam. Project Genesis is something still that I'm thinking that they need to put out or kind of like start working or give us an indication of how they plan to kind of like add stability, deal with dropped inputs, optimization, which is a big kind of like thing for a lot of people playing on various devices, especially with new games coming out. Marvel Future Revolution. I am still very hyped for that. I cannot wait for that game. In any case, just check the time frame. It looks like I've been recording a bit longer, so hopefully this video isn't too long. I probably will put some time codes in it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Just to let you know, I'm in a happy place at the moment with the game. Apart from all the scuff, the dropped inputs and all that kind of stuff that just it's been there for years, and Kabam, god damn it, they need to deal with optimization a lot. But how are you enjoying the game at the moment? Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it? Put it in the comment section down below. And yeah, have a great weekend. See you for some fresh content tomorrow. Bye-bye.